Remember those days of waiting? Well, those days are finally. Welcome to the ones that provide you with gaming news, gaming reviews, and all the entertainment you need to get you through your day. We are the Coast to Coast Gaming Central.
Welcome to episode 5 of Coast to Coast Gaming Central. If you're wondering why I'm here, we'll get into that shortly. But first, let's introduce cast members here. I am the host for this episode, Monty. I'm joined by Mr. Money.
Hello.
Booster.
Hi.
Former host, MKGUY.
Hey, what's up? Not like you
And-
just threw him under the bus. I just want to say that.
Hey, we're not doing an introduction. And the one that's been jerking as of late, Crazy Kid.
Right.
Now, the reason why MK is not doing all the talking is because he is lactose intolerant and just had a good idea to eat a root beer float. Now, I, for one, if I was lactose intolerant, I wouldn't eat ice cream on, root beer, but that's MK's problem, and he doesn't feel so good. But, we looked at the depth chart, and we looked at the number 2 spot, and it was Boost Us, but we realized, episode 2 sucked because of him, so we're just going to go to Monty. So, let's get right into it. Let's go to release dates of April. This is April 1st, and Friday is my birthday, so giving myself a round of applause. Turn 18. All right, so April 1st, what do we got rolling? They would deny me. Anyways, on in April, we got Batman Arkham Origins Splatgate Deluxe Edition. We got Mercenary Kings, which we will talk about probably when we get the Boost Us segment of the week. MLB 14 The Show. We got Elder Scrolls Online, which is coming on my birthday, April 4th, on the PC. Sadly, it won't come out for the console till around June. Even then, I still wouldn't get it until maybe a price drop or something. We got Final Fantasy 14, A Realm Reborn, April 14th. We got 2014 FIFA World Cup Brazil, April 15th. Then we got Batman Arkham Origins Cold Heart DLC, April 22nd. Dark Souls 2 will be released on the PC on April 25th. The NES Remix 2 on the Wii U is coming out on April 25th. And we got Amazing Spider-Man 2 on April 29th. Any Noble Games you guys are getting?
I may get the Amazing Spider-Man. I don't know if that launch or price drop. I also may get the Amazing Spider-Man at some point.
I'm going to get it day one because I'm that type of person.
I like what the improvements they show, but I don't know if I'm really going to get it.
I like that you actually have to web sling on buildings again.
Yeah. No more shooting to the moon. Web slinging.
Like I said, the first
Shooting
one was
for the
good.
universe.
They just needed to fix a couple things. From what I've seen, those things have been fixed. So
I don't know if it'll be as good as Spider-Man 2 from the PlayStation.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
I think this game has the potential to be better, at least just as good as Spider-Man.
And it could be the last one too.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they're going all out, it could be their last one. It's probably going to be really good.
Same can't be said for NCAA, what EA did, but Activision.
Hopefully
Might
2K
put
can
pride.
get that license.
Alright, continue on. Some DLCs have been noticeably weird as of late. 3 DLCs are kind of cross-promoting into different games. We got the Predator from the movie Predator. He's joining the Call of Duty franchise along with Michael Myers. Then we got Optimus Prime in Titanfall. And then we got a Zelda and Sonic crossover, free DLC. MK, how do you feel about this? Because you're a big Sonic fan, and how do you feel about this crossover?
Being a big fan of Zelda and Sonic, I will say this DLC is a dream come true. Not only does it keep everything that we love from Sonic Lost World in there, but it completely opens it up as if it's a this world that they created for Zelda is a completely open adventure, to where you have to run around openly. There's enemies everywhere. You have to search for all the different hidden gems in the level. You know, you have to play the stage at least 8 times to see everything. It's really cool. Also, Sonic Boom is supposed to be something along those lines of open like that, and if that's any indication of what Sonic Boom's going to be like, then that is going to be quite good. But yeah, the Zelda Sonic crossover is great. I like it better than the Yoshi crossover. The Yoshi crossover was good as well. I mean, they're basically just taking everything you love from these Nintendo franchises and putting Sonic gameplay in it, and it's really cool. So yeah, definitely check it out if you have the game.
And it's also free, so if you got Sonic Boom, there's no reason you shouldn't get it.
Oh,
They don't really make free DLC like this anymore.
They don't. So it is always nice when developers. You know, I also enjoy, even though, you know, I haven't played the game. I can only have the game anymore. But Guerrilla Games with Killzone Shadowfall, all the maps are free on there. You know, I'm a big fan of first-person shooter maps being free as well. So.
Along with the other
Talking about
DLC.
Killzone, I traded that in this week and got the PlayStation camera.
Along with the other DLCs, I was talking with some friends. They thought it was kind of weird how the Predator is in Call of Duty, and
I thought it was weird to have Michael Myers.
But I wonder if it'll stay true, like instead of, you know, they gave Michael Myers a fire axe for some reason. I wonder if they will give him his proper weaponry from the movies.
How exactly would they do that?
Well, make him invisible. His melee weapon could just be the claws, and his gun could be the cannon. And I guess his grenade could be the spear. And I think Optimus Prime, I guess he fits in with the all robot war thing, so I guess that makes more sense.
Not played Titanfall. So,
well, neither did, because we don't have Xboxes, so.
Maybe you could play it on the 360, money.
I wish I would.
Tell your brother.
I wish you could. No, for real, I do wish you could.
Yeah, because
I
we have
could.
Xbox Land.
I'm not going to.
This podcast.
I wish you could. No, the reason why I said I said, you know, I wish you could is because it ain't out yet. They delayed it. They delayed it on the Xbox 360. I don't know why.
One game's in the news. Oh,
I'm sorry. It's the same game on the Xbox One. The quality's still it's still the same. So I don't know how. Go ahead, please, Monty.
Okay. One game that's been in the news as of late is called Blue Estates. It's a first-person shooter. I guess it's trying a different approach. I don't really know much about it. MK, he knew more about this than I do. So MK, you can take it away. Talk about that.
All right. Well, this is a next-gen game. It's actually a next-gen rail shooter. It is called Blue Estate. This game here, it's based on the comic book Blue Estate, actually, which is an award-nominated comic book by Victor Kalachev. The game version is a twisted crime. It's a crime noir for one. This is a next-gen rail shooter aiming to make use of the multitude of both PS4 and Xbox One features. Some of the video game companies like IGN, GameSpot, those guys, they got their hands on with the PS4 version. There's trailers online. They got to play like single player and co-op multiplayer modes. Long story short, though, I mean, basically, how the best way I want to describe this? You use like the gyroscopic features of the PlayStation 4 DualShock 4 controller to shoot. So basically, you press your shoulder button, and you center your crosshair just by tapping the D-pad. So it's not like anything that's going to be played seriously online or anything like that. It's just like a crazy shooter they put together. I mean, there's combos in this game. Who's heard of combos in a shooter? But, you know, the best way I could really describe it right now, because none of us have really gone hands-on with it, but I would just say check out the trailer if you go on IGN.com or even YouTube. Just, I would just say search Blue Estate PS4. Look at that. It looks really, really cool. So look into it. It's the next and only game. I'm sure there'll be more information of the game come E3 time. There's no release date for it or anything yet. So, we're in that weird, between April and May, we're in that weird phase of we'll just hear about stuff and we won't see it a lot because E3 is right around the corner. So, yeah.
I think it's kind of hard to reinvent the first-person shooting genre these days because basically a lot of game companies are trying to cash in on first-person shooter because of Call of Duty.
Yeah, you really have to. I think companies really have to go out on a limb these days to try to do something new with that.
There's so many games that, like, when they try to remake a game, like, I forgot what game it was called, but it was way back in the day. It used to be a puzzle game, like, in the 90s, and people were like, oh my god, they're remaking it. It's going to be awesome. That's, like, one of my favorite games as a kid. They remade it into a first-person shooter, and it sucked. So, like, I don't think that first-person shooters are the best genre, but it's definitely one of the most popular genres out there, and it's really hard to reinvent the genre. So I think this is a nice approach that this game company is taking with this game, and hopefully it'll succeed. Moving on, it's April 1st, which means April Fools, and on Google, if you go to Google Maps, you might be noticed there's some Pokeballs hanging around the map. What Google Maps does is that around the world there'll be Pokeballs or Pokemon, and you have to catch them. And there's 150 of them, and basically it's just something stupid. You don't really get an award or anything, just like, something to do. It's pretty neat that
around the world. You gotta catch 'em all. I'm stuck.
It's no challenge. You just search cats catch, you get your Pokemon. Sometimes I get screwed around. It's really bored, but it's pretty neat. In PlayStation sales, PlayStation 4 hit 7 million sales, which is a pretty good accomplishment for them. It's I think they're taking this console war by the head. They are definitely out in front. Definitely going to win it at this point. It could turn around, we don't know, especially around Christmas. That's when sales usually drop or raise. So, but along with that, Infamous Second Son sold 1 million copies. So, kudos to both of them.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
And
I think that game fully deserved it. Let's go ahead.
Too bad Infamous also gave us our lowest viewer count of any podcast.
It did.
That was more Booze Dust for it.
Yeah, I don't think that's Infamous fault. I bet the entire Infamous conversation didn't even make the podcast.
I really think that Metal Gear segment killed the podcast.
Man.
But that was late in the show. Like,
Metal Gear.
people just saw Infamous and they're like, nah, I ain't clicking this.
All right.
They
Let us
said it
do
was
a Sonic
Booze
on
Dust.
there someday. We get 100 million views.
I want to do Sonic next week.
Yeah, we'll put it to the test.
They'll give us one, and that'll be you.
Hey. One better than none. In a franchise debate. I respect that. I don't know.
MK really wanted to talk about this. We were discussing our notes for the show. He just really wanted to talk about this without no explanation. Bethesda. Oh, MK, what's with Bethesda?
Well, for anyone that doesn't know this, did you know there's a new Wolfenstein game coming out? Did you know that?
What?
Monty, did you know there's a new Wolfenstein
There's a
game?
new Wolfenstein.
I never heard of this.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I saw.
Yeah, okay, so Bethesda, these guys, well, for one, we'll get this out the way first. If you pre-order Wolfenstein, you buy the game on next gen, and you play it, it includes a beta code for Doom 4. Intriguing, because I love me some Doom. Now, there also is a super collector's edition of the game. It's called the Panzerhund edition. Now, this edition of the game costs $100. It will ship worldwide. You will get a vintage Foot Locker style box with a stamped number plate right above the antique claps. Inside there's an exclusive steel book, 14 weathered looking postcards of the shooter's alternate history, a pretend classified folder containing 11 pretend classified documents, replica dog tags, 3 patches, and 8-inch hand painted, some water there. Alright, dog tags, and then some patches, 8-inch hand painted articulated Panzerhund statue. But this edition does not include a copy of the game. You have to buy the game separately. So you pay $100 for a special edition of the game that does not include the game. You have to go pay $60 on top of that to get a copy of the game.
I respect that. I really do respect that.
I do not respect that.
So I want you to just think about that for a second. Bethesda, these guys said, give us $100 for a special edition of the game that does not include the game. Instead, you will go pay $60 separately at your local game store to get this game. So, there you go. Just keep in mind, these are the same guys that are going to be running those servers for the Elder Scrolls Online.
Maybe they need the cash.
I don't know what they're thinking on that.
So
just
to keep you guys, for anyone that has high hopes of Elder Scrolls Online going free to play anytime soon, just keep this story in mind. All right. Oh, God. I mean, I just want you to just think about that real quick. Anyone that thinks that Elder Scrolls Online is going to go free to play anytime soon, I just want you to remember, these are the same company that's charging $100 for an edition of the game that does not even include the game.
That's a bold move.
People want to get on Capcom's back for selling DLC endings. People want to get on Konami's back for selling Ground Zeroes at all. But this takes the cake. $100 for a special edition of Wolfenstein that doesn't come with Wolfenstein. There's nothing you can say, but just say Bethesda has now lowered themselves to the range of the Capcoms of the world. And they're worse. At least Capcom will not exclude the game. You'll have to pay a lot to get some stuff that should have been on it already, but at least you get the game.
No, I really don't know what that idea is all about.
So yeah, Bethesda, those guys are. Yep, there you go. That's the company that makes your favorite games, such as Wolfenstein and Skyrim and Dishonored and all those games. Just remember. Yep, Fallout. Yep. Just remember, there are 2 games at least that are coming out. Well, The Evil Within, but I don't know what they're doing with that. But in the near future, Wolfenstein comes out in May. And when does Elder Scrolls Online come out? Summer, or has that not been confirmed yet?
Elder Scrolls Online? For PS4, comes out June.
Okay, so they have Wolfenstein coming out in May and Elder Scrolls Online coming out in June. They are really kicking things off great this year. So we'll see what The Evil Within may save them. That game may end up winning Game of the Year if it's really as good as we're all hoping. But, yep. That's what I have to say about Bethesda. They have dropped down to the ranks of just pathetic for that.
Konami is no longer on the hit list.
Konami, they're on the hit list, but they're not.
They just joined.
Yeah.
Or they took the first place prize.
Yeah, because I mean, most people, unless you really sit and want and care about playing all the side missions in today's world, most people are just gonna play the main story and they're just gonna leave. So Konami's on the hit list because most people played through a game that took them an hour and they spent $30 on it and they're mad without, and you know, and I could justify them being mad about that because it's not like on the case it says prologue. It just says Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zero.
They said a warning sign. Warning. Game may last 1 to 2 hours.
Yeah, you know, like, because, you know, as we know, the people that read up on stuff online, they're actually the minority of the people that actually buy the games. So, you know, I'm pretty sure there was plenty of, that's probably why all the flack's coming from. I'm sure there was plenty of people that just saw, like,
People that
oh,
didn't know. They saw
like,
it.
oh, it's just Metal Gear Solid 5, you know, and then they get it, and it's like, what the hell is this? It's over.
And that's what I factored in. Wait,
I
the
would-
second part.
Yeah, so, you know, we have to keep that in mind when we see all the complaints, and rightfully so. It's not like Konami just blatantly says, you know, this is part 1 or prologue or something. It just straight up says Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zero. That title can be very misleading to people if they don't know what they're getting into. So Konami's on the hit list. Capcom's been on the hit list ever since Street Fighter 4. And but
Like
Bethesda
Bethesda has joined.
Bethesda has joined. They're top dogs right now though, because at least Konami and Capcom gave you a disc. like they gave you a disc, man. Like they not even giving you a digital code. you getting a statue and you getting a little thing that says Wolfenstein's available in stores now.
Imagine if like someone was not aware of this. They bought the special edition, came home, like, wait a minute, where's the disc?
I mean, at least to their credit, on the box it says does not include a copy of the game.
Did they put that on the box?
Yep.
Oh, okay. At least they letting you know before you buy.
Telling you, they gotta pay them bills.
That is still very pathetic though. But you know that I'm done with Bethesda.
Not even getting
I will still purchase the Evil Within.
Elder Scrolls Online.
I'm not into Elder Scrolls, so I can't really speak on that.
Well, what I heard is like it's just a mixture of your basic MMO, generic MMO, whatever. Combined with Elder Scrolls.
I think the new motto for MMOs as a whole now is just free to play, and if it's not free to play, there's a lot of people just won't give it a shot anymore.
There's a lot of games out there that are free to play, and they're like become one of the most popular games right now, like League of Legends and DCU on the consoles and stuff.
Do you look at Warframe?
Yep.
Warframe.
Money, by the way, when are we out to the Warframe?
Hey, I've been asking. I gave up.
We'll be out pretty soon.
All right. Does anyone else have any other news before we get into the big topic? I was going to take the majority of the video. Anyone?
Oh, that answers your question.
Because
I will say real quick, the PlayStation 4 has over 1,000 developers published 3 games for it now.
Oh, pretty good jobs.
So that's you gotta think that's just 1,000 developers. So you gotta figure even if that was just one game per developer, that's more games than the PS2 had in its lifespan. So yeah.
PlayStation's making right moves this generation.
They definitely did. There's definitely going to be variety for people, hopefully. Because I don't want to say that, and then at least half of these developers release a shooter.
Shout out to Xbox.
Man.
Like their top 4 exclusives are all shooters.
Well, yeah, that's true. But at least I'll say Quantum Break is something very cool and different looking, though. And I got to respect them because they made Max Payne 1 and 2, so I gotta respect that studio.
The Crackdown.
This week wasn't really much newsworthy as we hoped for it, but to make that up, we're all wrestling fans, and it's WrestleMania week, that's Sunday, and we all got the network, so we're watching it for free, so we might as well, just kill some time, whatever. We're gonna run through the card.
Technically, we're not
watching it for free.
Yeah, like, technically, we're not watching it for free.
Well,
WWE Network. You see, it actually.
Nah, don't say it. Don't say it.
Well, to me, you know, I don't pay for it. Andre does.
Anyways, so it's $9.99
compared to the was it $70?
Well, if it's $9.99 for 6 months, that makes it $60, and you get every pay-per-view, and then you get unlimited on-demand content of WWE's entire library, pretty much, which is except for like your, regular Raw and SmackDown episodes. For now, they do play those kind of episodes all the time, though, which is cool.
And then after WrestleMania, they're gonna have the Attitude Era.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, the WWE Network is for anyone that if you were a fan, if you are a fan, if you want to become a fan, the network is the way to go. I mean,
it's worth the $9.99 price.
I mean, we'll put it this way. Let's say you're one of those wrestling fans that just orders WrestleMania every year. That's $60. If you get that in HD, once they get done with tax, you're probably looking at like $70. But if you pay $60 over the course of paying $10 in a 6-month time span on the WWE Network, you get 6 pay-per-views with that. That alone should be enough for you to get the network. So.
And it has like every pay-per-view except for like a couple, which I don't understand why some of them are not there. Like No Way Out 2003.
Well, at launch they forgot there's some pay-per-views that they just forgot to put in apparently.
And it's all unedited, so you won't see Chris Benoit invisible anymore or blacked out. So Chris Benoit's gonna be there.
The WWF logo's in there.
Yep,
and a late entry to the podcast, Mr. Corgan.
As usual.
Hey, sorry I'm late, everybody.
Well, we are talking about wrestling right now, so are you a wrestling fan, Corgan?
No, that ain't my department, so I'll go ahead and let you guys just continue.
No, but Corgan did used to watch, by the way.
Way back in the day.
And he represents Randy Orton very heavily because
Randy Orton. Yep, that's the only guy I like. You hate Randy Orton haters?
What about that guy named The Rock?
Yeah, what about The Rock?
He used to be better.
Dang. You hear that, Monty?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, The Rock was better.
Yeah.
Hold on,
He's
Monty,
still cool, just not as cool as he used to be. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on, Monty, if you don't mind, real quick, before we dive into the WrestleMania card, can we ask Corgan about something?
I'll allow this.
Okay, good. Corgan. I've already given my thoughts, but can we please hear your thoughts about Bethesda?
I don't know what the hell they were thinking with that. I'm assuming you're talking about the special edition.
Yo, I think it's a brilliant idea. That's what I thought, Corgan.
All I know is this. I wasn't even looking forward to Wolfenstein anyway, because that game, the only good one that ever came out was the original. So wasn't even looking forward to it anyway. But for anyone who was, I'd be like, you bastards! What is wrong with you people? I mean, I assume it has a cult following, or else they wouldn't be coming out with one, right now. So there must be someone out there that's excited for it. But for them to just, release it, the special edition, all you're buying is pretty much a swag bag for $100. So
since you're touching the waters of the video game industry right now, there's one thing I want to throw out there. I forgot to mention, but Amazon is starting to show Metacritic scores on their website. As in, if you pick a game, you see the Metacritic scores.
Man,
pretty cool.
That is cool, but that makes games like Dark Void not sell even when they're $5 now.
Wow, Corgan's been here for
at least that'll give people a little bit more of an idea on how the reviews are looking. I certainly hope people don't just base their opinion strictly on the Metacritic score, but
those people. I know. I'm pretty sure we all know those people that'll say, "What kind of reviews did it get?"
Yeah.
I know someone that'll be like, "What did it get?
What did it get on
IGN?"
I'm playing that Twilight Princess, and I freaking love this game. I don't know what you didn't like about it, MK. I like it better than Skyward Sword.
We'll get into that later, Corbin.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and get into that later. All right, Monty, back to your.
I love how Corbin's been here for like 5 minutes and he put more input in this podcast than Crazy has.
Well,
To be fair, we're recording this, just so you guys know, we're recording this at 10:45 Central, 11:45 Eastern PM. So, in Crazy Kid Land, that's something AM in the morning.
And that's why, I'm sorry guys, I'm honored to mention this, but I muted him because Mike is getting it in.
I'm back.
It's kind of.
Crazy with the epic return.
Crazy has returned to the podcast.
All right, I'll meet you. How you been, Crazy?
Yeah, doing good. I didn't even know you were doing a podcast.
As you see, our podcast is very boring amongst us.
Well, Crazy, you returned just in time because we're about to make our picks for WrestleMania.
No Brad.
Enough said. This is probably the longest episode. Stalling.
All right, Bob, go ahead, man.
Well, we're not done the network talk. You give us your discussion.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right, so the WWE Network. So like I said, basically $60 spread across 6 months. You pay $10 a month. You get every pay-per-view live. You also can watch whatever you want from any era. So if you like Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior, go watch that. If you like Stone Cold and The Rock and Mankind and Triple H, go watch that. If you
like the Clown and Vader, you watch that.
Yeah, if you like Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle, watch that. If you like John Cena, Batista, Randy Orton, watch that. If you like the stuff of today with Daniel Bryan and CM Punk and all them, watch that.
And they got the Raws and stuff too.
Today's Raws?
Yeah, like
they apparently their contract with USA, they're not allowed to post those until a month after.
So current though, you know.
So, but yeah, so you can get, at least more current episodes of Raw and SmackDown, and even Total Divas. NXT's live every week. So yeah, you get all the wrestling you can get. But more importantly, you get, I think the biggest selling point is you get $60 pay-per-views for $10 a month. There you go.
That's like
the WWE Network is available on Android, iPhones, smart TVs, what else? PlayStation 3s, PS4s, Xbox 360s. It is not yet available on Xbox One or Wii U or like Apple TVs, Google Chromecast, those kind of things. But they did say those will be rolling out this summer. Excuse me.
The point is the inconsistency of their edits. Like, why are some music is like edited in like a different song, but some aren't. That obviously should be. Like Rob Zombie's not edited out, but was it American Badass by Kid Rock? That's edited out.
That just comes down to whatever licenses they were able to keep and which ones they weren't. But
yeah. Let's go through the WrestleMania card. WrestleMania 30 is in New Orleans. It's in the Superdome, right?
Superdome, that's the same place where the lights went out at the Super Bowl.
Let's hope that doesn't happen again.
Well, we already know what's going to happen there.
All right.
Right in the main event.
Hey, they can say it's like a run-in. Who turned off the lights?
Well, to be fair, at WrestleMania 24 in Orlando, the power did go out, but it was during the Divas match, so nobody cared. And then the joke was
I care about the Diva matches. Those are the best matches, man. Okay.
That's why the last time the Diva title was defended was like, how long ago? Like a decade? I was like when Ashley, I think Ashley was part of that.
What, at WrestleMania?
Yeah, it was, and that match sucked, and they never had a women's title match ever.
I don't remember the last time they had a women's title match at WrestleMania.
No, yeah, it was when it was Ashley.
No. Michelle McCool defended against Mickie James at WrestleMania.
Was that the same year?
WrestleMania 26. That was it, though.
Anyway. Pre-show, it's the takeovers, right?
Yep.
The pre-show is the Usos versus the team of Rybacks, also known as the Jobbers, Primo and Epico, aka Los Matadores, and the Real Americans. A fatal four-way tag match.
I am a real American.
Not the same people, Corey.
Fight for the rights of
All right, Corgan. All right.
Alright, so you guys got.
I think after the Boost Dust section, we need to have a Hogan theme song sing-along. That's what
I think it'd be very patriotic.
it would be.
You know, April, that patriotic month.
Speaking of April, you saw that Ninja Turtles trailer.
Yo, I got the Usos.
Can we just continue out?
All right.
What are your picks?
All right, MKGUY has the Usos retaining the titles.
I got Usos too. There had to be a reason why they gave them titles, not just to drop it right away. Boost, have you been keeping up with the product lately?
You don't watch it.
How about you, Crazy? You keep up with the product?
If I was going to be the Usos, I'd be surprised if they lose. I mean, they just got the title, so.
Boost Dusk is fully aware of the matches at WrestleMania. Ask this man his picks.
Yeah, it's just Usos, guys. But 3 people said Usos?
Yo, ask Boost his pick, man.
I did. That's how you keep up the product. You didn't say anything. Boost?
Oh, he's dissing me, man. That ain't cool.
Alright, what are your picks for this match?
I don't even want to be in the segment.
Nah, man.
We meant to say was, I don't even watch.
Now I'm joking. Usos.
Alright, 4-4.
Randy Orton. That's all you need to say.
Nah, man.
Randy Orton
Rap
is the
matters,
picture of-
man. He better win that
Randy Orton
man battle
of
royal.
every match.
Money.
Even if Randy Orton isn't even wrestling, he's gonna win because he's Randy Orton.
Y'all gotta take it.
Alright, money in here, so let's move on to the next match. The Shield versus Kane and the New Age Outlaws. I got the Shield. I don't think a bunch of old wrestlers are going to go over these rookies. Or not rookies, but newer superstars. Company. MK?
The Shield.
Well, you know what? No. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say Kane in the New Age Outlaws because Dean Ambrose is gonna turn on him.
Crazy.
Oh, man.
The suspense is killing me.
You want to know what? I go Brad Maddox, so 30-man battle royal. Still that matters.
What that got to do with the tag match?
I don't care about the tag match. That 30-man battle royal. Brad Maddox, his time shall come.
Boost. Alright.
Alright.
Shield or a bunch of attitude old wrestlers?
The Shield.
Shield. Alright. 2 for Shield.
Shut up, Corgan.
1 for old wrestlers. And 1 for 30-man battle royal. Continuing on, we got Big Guerrero's Divas Championship Invitational. Rules are still.
Do we have to pick this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
we might not know half of these divas. I don't got the full list, but.
Alright, well, I'll tell you what. You don't have to name off all the divas, because we just have to assume every diva's in this match. So.
Rules still aren't totally clear about this, but apparently 14 divas will be in the ring at once, and whoever scores a pinfall on opponent, any opponent wins AJ Lee's title. So.
That match gonna be terrible.
Think of it like a fatal 4-way, but with 14 girls. Or a triple threat.
I guess that's my break time.
Could you imagine the party you could have with 14 divas, Gordon?
Huh?
Could you imagine the party you could have with 14 divas?
Oh.
Not her status. She's not there no more.
That'd be my kind of party.
Speaking of AJ, apparently she got engaged to CM Punk.
Yeah, so
I know you must feel sad, MK.
Don't say such things. It's a rumor, and it will remain a rumor.
The words of Jerry the King
Hey man,
Lawler.
I thought you. What about Eva Marie, man? Hey.
She married.
Don't worry, MK. I felt salty when I found out Caitlyn.
Yo, but I got AJ.
Yeah, I got AJ. I don't really know. There's no diva
She
being
better
built up.
steal that win. You watch.
Yeah.
Well, Tamina's being built up, but that's because she's AJ's.
She's with AJ. Yeah. And that's the thing. That's a big problem with divas. They only push AJ and just the total divas as a whole. No single superstar or diva, I'm gonna say, are coming to challenge AJ.
And you made it if you on Total Diva.
Yeah, and that's why they all won belts recently. I mean, what you got Nikki or Bree? Which one is dating Daniel Bryan?
Bree dates Daniel Bryan, Nikki dates. Yeah.
So Bree is being built up somewhat. And that's because she's with Daniel Bryan. That's all they're doing. Natalia, she's not really being built up. She's been going super feuds. Yeah, it's basically it. It's just divas being thrown super feuds and not being built up properly to face AJ. And that's why AJ is the most popular diva.
Even when
Boost?
AJ loses the title, she'll be the most popular diva.
Bruce, do you know any divas besides AJ
That one Rihanna chick.
Alicia Fox?
Yeah.
I don't know who Fox.
So Boost picks Alicia Fox. All right.
Crazy favorite match of the night. Honor the Giants Memorial Battle Royal. The participants announced so far as Rey Mysterio, Zack Ryder, Sin Cara, Great Khali, Darren Young, Brodus Clay, Justin Gabriel, R-Truth, Santino Marella, Mark Henry, Kofi Kingston, Christian, Cody Rhodes, Goldust, Sheamus, Jabbar Mahal, Heath Slater, Drew McIntyre, Fandango, Dolph Ziggler, The Miz, Damian Sandow, Titus O'Neil, Boost, Alberto Del Rio, and Big Show.
Well, you already know who I picked.
Boost.
Yeah.
For you those that don't know, B. Wason, we say that's Boost. They're similar. Too similar. MK, who you got?
RVD.
I heard about that. I heard about that.
He coming back and winning.
Crazy, who you got?
Yeah, Brad Maddox.
I love how only Boost picked someone else actually announced.
Brad Maddox is announced.
He was? Oh, I didn't say on the list.
He announced himself on the pre-show yesterday on Raw.
Yep.
His time has come. He shall win.
I'm going on a limb here, and Hulk Hogan's going to win it. He's going to come out, just throw punches, might do a leg drop, throw the last person out, win.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Just so he can job out 29 other men.
He's going to Hulk up on all of them and eliminate every single one in a span of like 1 minute. Next match, we got John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. I'm going to listen to other opinions before I make this because I'm pretty unsure about this.
I got the people's choice.
Man, I honestly don't know who I have in this match.
I'm just gonna go with Bray Wyatt.
I'm gonna say John Cena because this is one of those matches where they're just gonna prove that Bray Wyatt can compete with people like Cena, but he's not gonna win.
That's what I said. I got the people's choice.
Crazy. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with Bray.
I agree with MK and say that this is probably gonna be one of the matches where they're just like, hell, they can do a good match. Bray Wyatt's the main event level, but he's just not ready. And I think
Why can't
you gotta win over
agree
John
with me?
Cena. I'm just saying that if Bray Wyatt gets this win, I think it's just he's just gonna be pushed too fast, and it's not gonna be good for him. Look at Ryback. He was pushed to the main event for no reason, and look what that is.
But
Yeah,
this is
pre-show.
different, though. Bray Wyatt is much more ready than Ryback is.
Yeah, but if you put him in the main event or rush him too fast, like, who has Bray Wyatt fought? He fought Daniel Bryan, who's now main event, but at the time he was
good.
mid-card madness. He fought Kane. He's not relevant now at the moment. And he got on a feud with the Shield. So he really hasn't had like that big star yet, and he really hasn't had any other good push.
Monty, the biggest star in the company right now is Daniel Bryan.
Yes, but look what
And he beat him.
after the Rumble, look what happened. Bryan got a toe shot. Bray Wyatt got into a feud with the Shield.
Well, technically, Bray Wyatt
Because people wanted to see that. It's a business.
Well, Bray Wyatt actually got into a feud with John Cena at the Royal Rumble. And they actually carried that through Mania season. Because Bray Wyatt was the reason why Cena lost matches at the Rumble and the Elimination Chamber.
I'm just saying, I think they're not just gonna push him right now. I think it's too soon for him.
Well, at the end of the day, you also have to do what the fans want. I mean, the Wyatt family, people come to the shows to see them almost now. Well, not specifically them, but they're a big part of the show now. Like, people buy the landmass. Whenever they come out, the crowd claps along to their music. Mm-hmm. You know, no matter who Bray Wyatt faces, they cheer him. His promos he's probably the best talker right now. Punk's gone. Matter of fact, since Punk's gone, Bray Wyatt probably is the best talker.
I'll make a bold prediction to say that John Cena will win, but after the match, he's gonna get beaten down by the Wyatt family.
I think Cena's gonna win in my opinion, but they'll do something to put Bray Wyatt over.
Mm-hmm. You don't necessarily have to win to be put over.
Yeah. The only problem is with that, sometimes they do that and fail. I remember Sheamus had a match with Triple H at WrestleMania 26. All that did was send Sheamus down a path of nothing for 2 years.
Well, then you look at John Cena, who had a match with Kurt Angle, his debut, and I've gotten noticed.
Well, we'll find out. I think that match, though, quality-wise, will actually be much better than people expect it to be.
It's not like, if you lose to John Cena, you're automatically, oh, he sucks. It's just...
unless you're Damien Sandow.
Yeah. Moving next on the card, we got the Streak versus the
Language,
Beast.
Corgan!
I didn't say anything!
Alright, we have the Streak versus the Beast, Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. I got Taker. I think we're all going to pick this one, honestly. MK?
Man, just for kicks, eat, sleep, break the streak.
Oh, you're ruining. Here we got. Crazy.
No, I said Undertaker. Oh, you're talking about Crazy now, all right.
I'm just going to go with Taker.
Taker. There's no way Lesnar. He's not going to beat the Streak. Boots,
It will be a good match, though. Be pretty funny as well.
That's no weak. That's all I gotta say.
Alright.
You know what? Just for kicks, Corgan, who you got? Brock Lesnar or Undertaker?
You know these guys.
Undertaker.
Yep. He doesn't even watch us, he knows.
Because you can't kick against the Undertaker, man.
We got
I don't understand this.
Sorry.
We got 2 more matches, and they might all involve the same people. We got Daniel Bryan versus Triple H, and the winner of that will be in a triple threat match at the end of the show, which will be Randy Orton versus Batista versus whoever wins this match. Daniel Bryan versus Triple H. I got Daniel Bryan. There's no way he's going to lose to Triple H. They're going to have an all-heel triple threat match for the world title. MK?
All right, no, we have to do this pick as a combo. So you have to pick that match and then pick your winner for the triple threat match.
I did. I picked Daniel Bryan over Triple H.
And then you got Daniel Bryan winning the triple threat match too?
Yeah. I got that.
Alright. I got... Something tells me some combo is gonna happen. I don't know why, but
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
got
gonna
it.
get into that.
Like,
I'm not gonna get into that right now.
like H, Orton, and Batista, they freaking mug Bryan. There you go. Evolution back together.
The Daniel Bryan Triple H match, I don't think that's no DQ, but the actual title match is. So who knows what happens? Yeah, the triple threat match is no DQ. We'll see what happens there. Daniel Bryan's gonna beat Triple H in my opinion, and then Daniel Bryan will end up winning the title by the end of the night. But I don't know how they're gonna get to that point. I think there's gonna be some side interference involved. But
Well, I thought like The Rock, if he lost at WrestleMania 28, I thought there might be a riot in his hometown, and John Cena wins.
yeah.
Okay, they didn't go that route. 29 doesn't matter because don't care for that match again.
Once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime.
But yeah, I got
Crazy.
Daniel Bryan winning.
All right, crazy. Who do you got?
Yeah, Bryan's probably gonna win both matches.
Boost.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So he's got the GOAT.
I got the GOAT.
Does anyone have any predictions what else is going to happen at WrestleMania? Will they throw in a random match?
They never throw in random matches at WrestleMania.
A random skit?
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
there'll be plenty of random skits. You don't see the
who you
New
got
Orleans
that's gonna
Saints.
be performing? Like, who's gonna be that special guest performer? That baby.
I gotcha. Wale.
No, I got Lil Wayne.
Yep, because it's his last album.
His last album, and it's his hometown. And
Yep.
he claimed wrestling.
You about to get it in. You about to.
Will they have a Brodus Clay dancing segment like they did at 28?
Will they even have Brodus Clay in the Battle Royal?
Oh, he's in there.
Oh, okay. Well,
Brodus Clay is washed up.
he is washed up.
When has he ever been not washed up?
Well, what's the dude,
got a
the New
point
York
there.
radio host dude? What's his name? Rosenberg?
Yeah, Rosenberg.
Yeah, he be this week. He'll be doing every year WrestleMania week. He'll do like 1 hour interviews with mad wrestlers. I'll look out and see who he interviews because they're all good to listen to and they're always uncut too. So
Will they ever get The Rock on there?
he's tried to get The Rock on there. He got Cena. He didn't get Cena for an extended interview because Cena, you kind of got to plan that stuff. But like he got the last one I listened to was a while ago. But it was when Mark Henry, he was out with injury, and Mark Henry talked to that dude for like an hour and a half, but it was really cool. But, yeah, I would say check out some of his interviews, because I know he'll be doing something this week leading up to Mania.
Speaking of The Rock, do you think he might be involved with wrestling anymore from this point? Besides a Hall of Fame
Probably.
induction?
Yeah, he'll probably have a retirement match for the year they induct him.
Who doesn't retire him?
Undertaker. Oh, no.
I mean, he's
Roman
retired
Reigns.
freaking Flair and Michael and shit.
The Rock would probably... He would probably let Roman Reigns retire him, to be honest, to put over his family member.
And The Rock has put over a variety of weird people in his time period. Hurricane.
But at least Roman Reigns would make sense.
That's why I'm just saying, he put over people for like no reason, just to put him over. Like Lance Storm, like what did he do after The Rock put him over? Nothing, but The Rock just put him over. Some random Raw. He put over Booker T right before he left WrestleMania. He put over Chris Jericho for the world title.
Stone Cold and The Rock have one last match at Mania. Yeah.
We can dream. Now that's my dream scenario. Those dudes have they'd have The Rock cut a promo and say how he's trailing the WrestleMania Rock Stone Cold series because The Rock's only won one match, Stone Cold's won two. So they have a grudge match. But yeah, that'll never happen.
I'll get buy rates.
It would.
Actually,
Too
Stone
bad,
Cold versus Cena would get buy rates too, because everybody would love to see Cena take a stunner.
Oh, it just was no
Don't
further
think
than
to take a stunner.
Tribute to the Troops, 2005, I believe.
Yeah, but this is different now. People like Cena back then.
I hope The Rock does come back. I mean, a lot of people didn't like his previous runs, but I thought, for what it wasn't that bad. I think both his matches with Punk were pretty good. The Cena match was awful, I'm gonna say.
The first Cena match was good, actually.
Yeah,
The first Cena match was good, but once I saw The Rock work with like someone that's actually good, like CM Punk, then that sort of made me wish he was around, because I saw what the quality of match that he could put together. Now, granted, it was against CM Punk. I don't know if that would have been the same case against, let's say, Kane, but yeah, The Rock against like CM Punk, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, any of those guys, I think all those matches would have been great. But
Yeah, a lot of people say like The Rock, he sucks at wrestling. Oh, like he's gonna come back, he sucks at wrestling now. But when we look back at his old matches and attitude, he's no different. He throws punches, he does a clothesline, he'll slam you. It's no different.
He's just a lot. He's
slower a little bit. He gets tired easier. That's probably the biggest difference. He doesn't do the kip up.
Well, and you got to figure the dude was in his 20s, early 30s back then. The dude 40 something now. Like, cut him some slack.
Yeah.
But after all that, we've made it through the Mania card quite quickly, actually. And believe it or not, that card will take up 4.5 hours of life.
The
You get that pre-show as well.
Hey, Booth,
that 4.5 hours was including the pre-show.
Booth, you got time on how long this episode is so far? Booth?
Booth doesn't know, but he knows it's time for his segment.
I think it is time. Is it time? Yeah, we got time. Time for segment. What are you playing? What have you been playing this week? Well, start off with the host, who's probably going to take over forever, Monty. What have you been playing?
Alright, I've been playing Fallout New Vegas. I'm probably going to be done with that very soon. I think I've done what I need to do. Metal Gear, I'm going to go back to that. 2K, we were playing Mercenary Kings prior to this. Playing Pokemon, of course, and I think that covers it for all my games. Oh, I'm about to start Tomb Raider 2. I had it downloaded for like 2 months, but I haven't played it yet. I'll start that soon, though.
Alrighty then. Money. Yeah.
Metal Gear, 2K. We played Mercenary Kings today. I'm waiting for my PS3 to get back on the Dark Souls.
Wait,
I like
ain't
how
you
money
supposed to
was
get
gone
back
the
your
entire-
PS3 sometime, like, well, over here it's 12:13 a.m., so I'm going to say yesterday. Yeah, yesterday?
Well, I thought, but oh well.
Tough
I
luck.
like how money was gone the entire time, but made it back just in time for Booth Duck segments. Do you know what that means?
No, I was
Your
here,
segment.
but
It's like that.
You were here? Man, nah, he was here real quick, buddy. Who you got? Undertaker or Brock Lesnar?
Undertaker.
Who you got? Daniel Bryan or Triple H?
I have no idea.
He hasn't seen
Oh wait, nah, cause wait, what? That's not the main. That's the match they're gonna do.
Daniel Bryan, Triple H. Winner of that match faces Batista, Randy Orton, triple threat match for belt. So basically, who you got winning that whole scenario?
Daniel Bryan.
All right. What's the other main event?
I don't know anybody else.
All right. Well.
All right, that's it. Anyway,
No. Real quick, pick a diva. Pick a diva. Who you got? Pick any diva. Who you got?
I don't even know the divas. I know like AJ.
All right, he got AJ. All right.
Yo, Money, I got Rihanna. We in there.
Rihanna ain't doing nothing.
Really?
Better knock him all out that forehead, then.
Oh, by the way,
We go continue on. So MK, what have you played this week?
Well, still playing that Zelda on the 3DS. On the Vita, I actually got my behind handed to me by K Lyric on Dead or Alive, but my X button was stuck.
Yeah, keep telling me something.
I've been playing some Infamous Second Son, play some Mercenary Kings. We'll play some Mercenary Kings with you guys today. We'll actually be able to talk about that more next week. So far, that game's really fun, though.
We didn't really get much into it, too.
MK getting freed up.
But MK is the best. And then on the Wii U, still playing Super Mario 3D World, and I started Mass Effect 3, and then also I found myself a copy of Scarface on the Wii, so I've been getting into that too.
All right. Okay. That's a lot of games. Anyway, Corgan, what have you been playing this week?
I've been playing, well, first off, I finished up Super Mario Galaxy. So I moved on to my next Wii game, which is Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, which I really, really am enjoying quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes.
All right. So crazy. Well, you have
Been playing Dark Souls too. Basically,
That's it?
Dark Souls too.
All right.
All right.
Well, Moose Dust, what have you been playing this week? Well, I've been playing 2K. And, yeah, that's it, really.
Mercenary King.
And Infamous. And Mercenary, yeah.
Oh, hey, Boost Dust.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you, on the Vita, I've been playing Final Fantasy X HD.
Oh, yeah, I've been playing that
ADP.
on the PS3.
And Corgan, I have to commend this man. Like, Final Fantasy X HD is quite glorious.
It is. Indeed it is.
Yep.
All right. We got it off topic a lot during this episode, but we made it through. We made it, guys. We did it.
We did it.
I really want to do a podcast
Probably
on
one of the
birthday,
nastiest random podcasts we have done.
But really quickly, before anything gets nasty again, Monty, do you want to attempt the closing, or do you want me to still handle that after the Boost Desk?
Oh, I could close it.
All right, well, you can go ahead.
Close it right now?
Before he closes it, I just want to let everybody know, again, we have to wish Monty a happy birthday.
Yay.
He will be
Let's sing. Happy birthday to Whoa.
Oh dear. Happy
There goes the
birthday, Monty Negro. Happy birthday.
In my 18 years of birthday, that was possibly the worst.
You're lucky you're not 69.
I thought that was pretty good. Dude, that was the best birthday gift we could have gave you, man.
You know?
Oh, not a girl, but you know.
Oh,
Alright.
Maybe MK should have closed this week. Alright. You see, Monty, you messed it up. Now I gotta close it.
Nah, I'll close. I'll be the closer.
It's too late now.
No. I started. I'll finish it.
Our viewers know not what they're getting themselves into. Close it.
No, all right.
Well, listeners, sorry. Not viewers.
This concludes this week's podcast. I am your host, Monty Negro. I am with Boots.
Yep. Bye.
Money.
Adios.
MKGUY.
Dumbass pain.
Crazy.
Goodbye.
Corrigan. Corrigan wants to say your catchphrase of the week.
Remember, guys, if you ain't gaming, then you ain't playing.
Hey, he be recycling.
Yeah. Well, we need.
Alright, how
we
about
shouldn't
this?
have
If
5
you
million
ain't playing Zelda, then you ain't playing Nintendo.
Yeah, there we go.
And just so you know, guys, Corgan's playing Twilight Princess right now on the Wii U, which is a Wii game, but you know the Wii U makes it look prettier. And I'm playing Zelda: A Link Between Worlds on the 3DS. So we're playing Zelda. What are you playing?
Pokemon.
You ain't playing
On that
Nintendo.
note, we gonna end right there. Thank you for listening. Sorry about last week.
Sorry for this one too.
Oh, by the way, yeah, Bruce, do you want to explain that to the 4 people that still suffered through?
There's a lot of explaining. I think that should end it on that note.
That'll be a separate video.
Well, before he ended, just let you know, you did a good job, Monty.
Okay.
But I'm taking this over next week.
Yeah. We're out.